All right, back for another beer review, and today I am reviewing a beer from the Masthead Brewing Company, and they're out of Cleveland, Ohio, and this is their Mosaic Vice. So they are calling this a New England-style India Pale Ale that is brewed with Mosaic hops, comes in at 6.9% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just under 1 month old, and I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka NoJinx, for hooking me up with this one. He sent me a beer mail recently that included this beer and a bunch of other awesome Michigan beers, and I can't thank him enough. So in the description box, I will post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did, and you guys can check it out if you want. But yeah, he actually sent a second box after his first one that included this beer and a couple others, because initially I was like, I have too many hop-forward beers. I don't want to, waste them. I don't want to be able to get to them too quickly. And then a couple days later, I was like, man, I wish I would have asked you to send it to me. And he's like, I can just send you another box, and he did. That's the type of dude Jeff is. So here we are reviewing a Masthead Brewing Company beer. This is the first one I'm reviewing on the channel. I've had a couple of their beers at bottle shares, but they've been, I think they were both barrel-aged beers. Definitely weren't hop-forward beers. So this is my first hop-forward beer from Masthead. And like I said, New England-style IPA, brewed, I believe, single hopped with Mosaic, and yeah, I'm ready to get into it. They have the whole, Miami Vice theme going on for the can, so pretty cool. Anyway, let's crack it open. I've heard really good things about Masthead, and I've seen a lot of people review them and dig them, so hopefully I do as well. And I love Mosaic hops, but then again, we all pretty much love Mosaic hops. I've never heard somebody be like, I just hate Mosaic. It just rarely happens. I'm sure there's some people out there, maybe it's not their favorite, but I don't hear people say they hate it. Anyway, yeah, pours out like a really very light, I'm going to say more like a tangerine juice than an orange juice. Very turbid and murky, about a finger of a creamy, slightly soap sudsy head. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks, it looks like so many of these New England style IPAs, and that's not a bad thing. It looks great. Let's get nose. Oh yeah, creamy tart blueberries right off the get-go. Oh, really nice, like herbaceous dankness too. Slight greenness here. Not really super astringent or anything. It just has like a really fresh, slightly green, astringent hop character. Like a white peach. Yeah, white peach, apricot, big stone fruits, maybe even like a slight creamy mango. Yeah, it smells really nice. I really like that. And I get it a lot with Mosaic. Shout out to Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews. I'm sure a lot of people out there also get it. I usually get, blueberries or some kind of nondescript berries when it comes to Mosaic. And this one's kind of screaming off the top, creamy, tart blueberries. Yeah, it just smells really nice. Anyway, I want to get into, so cheers everybody, and thanks again, Jeff. Yeah, that's real. Oh man, such a nice blueberry character. Wow. First thing I noticed is the body mouthfeel. So many breweries are now starting to kind of, oh man, that blueberry is really nice. Holy shit. So many of these breweries are starting to nail that body mouthfeel and when I mean nail it for the style, probably, yeah. For me, definitely. The body, 6.9%, straight up medium body, but the mouthfeel, it's soft. It's smooth. It has some creaminess to it. Doing it blind, I wouldn't say there's lactose in here, but they're definitely using a shit ton of oats, maybe some flaked wheats, things like that. Man, this is going down super easy. Right up front, creamy, tart blueberries. And not tart in the sense of like, you're drinking a Berliner Weiss or a Goes or some kind of kettle sour. I'm just saying slight, ever so slight, like tart, creamy blueberry to me. Like a tart, fresh blueberry. A little bit of sweetness from it too. There's a little bit of like an underlying, yeah, a little bit of like a crackery, almost biscuity malt profile of this one, but it just lends a sweetness underneath everything. But creamy tart blueberries, some more of that white peach, not a straight up like super sweet peach, but definitely peach character. A little bit of mango, a little bit of apricot. Passes through the palate, a little bit of like a slight pineapple going on. There's this really nice herbaceous dankness carrying out throughout the palate. It's really creamy, really juicy. And then it finishes with a slight, a low to moderate bitterness. This is not bitter really at all. I mean, it has a slight bitterness there. But that combined with the dryness of this beer, which is higher than semi-dry. It's almost full on dry for me right now. It doesn't finish for me super sweet. There is a little bit of residual sweetness, but this has a nice dry, slightly bitter finish. But man, this is super bad. As you guys can see, when I do reviews and I'm trying to keep them in the 6 to 9 minute range, something like that, I usually only end up taking maybe a half dozen sips. I just want to kill this this entire can right now. Yeah, this is fucking delicious. For a single hop Mosaic beer, this is probably one of the better ones I've had. It has, from the body to the mouthfeel to the taste to the finish, everything is kind of there. 6.9%, it drinks kind of in the 6.5 to 7 range. You know, I wouldn't guess this is higher than 7 at all. I also wouldn't guess this is lower. It has enough of a substantial flavor here and like oomph, overall impactfulness to the beer that I would say this is probably in the 7 range, but you know, there's no alcohol astringency. That green, almost slightly green astringency, the hop burn that people get, and then I mentioned the nose that didn't carry over, maybe ever so slightly, but not really. It's just a damn well-made beer. So Mosaic Vice from Masthead, I'm going to give this a straight on 4.5 out of 5. I was debating 4.25 or maybe like a low 4.5. Now this is 4.5 out of 5 all day for me. This is really impressive. For the first hop forward beer I'm having from Masthead, I'm kind of blown away by it. I really like that creamy, tart blueberry thing from the Mosaic, and the mouthfeel is just proper. And you guys know, when there's a mouthfeel that's super proper when it comes to New England-style IPA, you've already pretty much won me over, and the rest is just gravy, and in this case, delicious gravy. So that was Mosaic Vice, Masthead Brewing Company, 4.5 out of 5. I want to give Jeff one more huge thanks and shout out for hooking me up with this one. If you ever get your hands on any more, Jeff, totally game, because this is delicious and I want to try more. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. To the next one. Cheers.